All right, welcome back, mates. Crypto Leverage Trading Group. Everybody's doing well this morning, August 31st, end of the month. Hey, it's been a great month. We got a couple things we're going to cover here really quickly in this go live. Just to really update everybody. Hey, listen, man, August has definitely been an awesome month for everybody in the group. I was just earlier this morning going through a lot of the exchanges in terms of evaluating a lot of people in the group and how they've been trading and just to kind of get an idea of like what leverage people are using, kind of like consistently if they're following the methods and all that stuff that we talk about. And a lot of people have questions about that has come up here in the last couple weeks because we've done a couple videos on MLM marketers and affiliate marketers and what does all that mean and how does all that kind of get convoluted into crypto, and so it's important to kind of understand these things because you get phishing things, and when I mean phishing I mean PH, I don't mean F. You're not going out and catching fish, you're getting fished via email with scams and all these things. And that's what we talk about. I mean, obviously it's not we prefer to trade leverage trades on legitimate projects, on legitimate exchanges that we know, that provide us that. And so it's important for people to understand that it's important where you're going to move your money. Like, who are you going to allow to have access to your money and your crypto, right? Where are you going to keep that? Where are you going to keep all your information of where you're storing your crypto? Who are you going to provide access to that? Your keys and all of those things in case something's to happen to you, right? I mean, these are all the questions that people have to ask themselves. It's a little bit different, in terms of a beneficiary, right? For an insurance policy, right? Or like your brokerage account, down the street at your local broker where you've got beneficiaries, right? That's a totally different, with crypto, what happens, right? And so these are the things, and a lot of these things, because it's so new, it's still so new. And you've got to understand, Bitcoin may be a decade old, okay? Crypto may be over a decade old, right? But DeFi is not, okay? You got to remember, Ethereum is still in its infancy, right? I mean, we're looking at I think if you go back, you're probably going to start to hear or see or have read, Ethereum 5.5 years ago, 6 years ago, the beginnings of the talk about it. And we're not talking about the launch. We're just talking about, so you have a lot of this gray area in crypto that people exploit. Okay. Because there's not like a central clearinghouse, right? It's decentralized. Even the information is decentralized. Okay. And so people just don't know, and people don't know where to go to get their information, where to go to to is something real? Is it what's a scam? What's not a scam? What's a rug pull? What's not a rug pull, right? And so, you've got people that want to hide behind, buzzwords in terms of what do they mean? Well, buzzwords are great, because once you've developed that word to have some kind of validity and some kind of meaning, we all know what DeFi is in a macro sense, decentralized finance. But you have so many things inside of DeFi that it's the wild, wild west, because it really is from staking, liquidity pools, all these things that you got going on, under the guise of DeFi, right? It's just a buzzword. It's what it is. It's so big, that people can manipulate that. And that's basically what's happened with, these things have happened this year. I mean, think about it. And what you need to understand is, recognize if you're being scammed or you think you've been scammed or something's not working. I've read in the last 24 to 48 hours, you guys know I've done some videos on Panda Inu, and I'm just sounding the alarm. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just a schmuck on YouTube. You don't have to listen to me. Do whatever you want with your money, okay? But when you read people that there's no response back to they're trying to get their money out, or they're trying to whatever get, and no one's getting back to them, or a site goes dark, right? Or a site's not loading anymore, or all of these things. Does that happen with legitimate stocks, legitimate companies, legitimate projects on crypto? Okay. And so what I tell people is like, look, one of the first things that I do, okay, and this is going to piggyback on something that you guys should watch. You should watch the transition, what I call the transition of knowledge, okay, for some of these influencers, okay? People like, for example, again, I'm not picking on Joshua Elder, but he is a 90,000 plus followed YouTube channel, affiliate marketer, multi-level marketing person. He has his own multi-level marketing company. This is what he does. This is his shtick. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay, on balance. But if you're going to move from, ClickBank, okay, if you're going to move from affiliate marketing, or you're going to move from a network marketing company, but maybe it's Herbalife, maybe it's vitamins, nutrition, whatever it is, and how you market those things, okay, and then you're going to slide into the crypto space and apply the same kind of backbone kind of thing, it doesn't work, okay? It doesn't work, okay? And you get caught in a lot of things because you don't really have to have a product knowledge to affiliate market something. I mean, I could affiliate market, for me, I could affiliate market fishing rods. I could affiliate market golf clubs. I could affiliate market whatever, and have a basic understanding from the company. They tell me what their product is. I then can, can put links to Amazon, links to whatever to get people to go buy the product and then get a commission. That basically your affiliate marketer. Okay. Crypto's a little different, especially crypto projects, because people are going to ask you questions, or at least they should. Okay. And the reality is a lot of these people are not ethical people. Okay. They are nefarious people. They don't want the people like me who are going to ask legitimate questions and expect an answer, right? They don't want those people. They want people who are sheep, who are just going to send them money because they've promoted themselves as a influencing voice, a reputable voice. They're leveraging. Everything about that is brand. If you've noticed that about YouTube, it's all about your brand, right? And so the power of your brand translates to your influence to move people to action, right? So if you got a guy, if you got a YouTuber with 100,000 followers, 300,000 followers, we see it in crypto. BitBoy Crypto Ben Armstrong's got over 1 million followers. That's a heavily influenced, right? Foundation. If he says something, it's going to move people. And with that comes a lot of responsibility that a lot of YouTubers aren't prepared for. And so last night, again, I got inundated with emails and text messages that Josh Elder was back on YouTube talking about basically backstepping, okay, from a month of shilling EtherConnect and these tokens. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, oh my God. I mean, he's basically now admitting like he doesn't know. And I'm like, oh, well, there you go. Kudos to someone being honest that they don't know what it is really they're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, if you come into our group, okay, and I'm not talking about tokens, leverage trades, spot trades, exchanges that I don't know about, like that I haven't done my due diligence, that I haven't taken on the responsibility of diving to find out, okay, is it legitimate? Who's behind it? What's the tokenomics and token supply? What's the prospects of the project? Contacting developers in the developer community. Contact some financial people in the angel investing community now with crypto. People that fund these projects from the jump, that most of you have no idea who they are, okay? But they run funds that fund these projects. So they are another layer of due diligence. None of these scam MLM crypto tokens have any of that. They do not have any backing, okay? They don't, from the crypto community, from the incubators in California, for example, okay? They don't have any of that because they don't have any, there's not an underlying project, mates, to sustain them. There's just not. And they know it, and they're not going after, they're not approaching those people because those people will sound the alarm. There's so many thousands and thousands and thousands of tokens being out there, whether it be private liquidity pools, whatever. So I applaud Josh Elder for, being honest with his followers, because inevitably it's his name, his reputation. And I mean, he very well could, like others that have promoted shit coins, okay, that have been pulled, okay, Bitconnect, which EtherConnect's model is Bitconnect. Most people don't know that EtherConnect's company, like the umbrella, is registered in the United Kingdom as Bitconnect Limited. Think about that for a second. Now, in the United States, Bitconnect is banned. Okay, banned. The government went after them. The government went after the promoters. The government went after the creators, went after the founders. Simply just Google it, okay? And you can see out there the millions of dollars in fines levied on these people. Some of these people went underground. Some of them, did not. Got brought, okay, in, got fined again. Why? Because they scam people, okay? And so all EtherConnect is a scam. It is a scam. And there's no justification for any of that. And saying after a month, 2 months, or 3 months of shilling these coins to then say, you don't know, okay? You didn't know, that it is, to me, I'm like, okay, it's too late. It's already out there. Your emails, you sent out 100,000 emails. You sent out 90,000 emails or whatever to people phishing. Okay, you basically got they've already bought round 1, round 2 of Panda Inu already, and so what do they do now? They're already vested. They're vesting now. They can't get out of that pool. They can't get their money out. You already got them in it, and now it's all about protecting your ass because you know what's coming. Because there are videos now coming out, not just this schmuck, but a whole bunch of other videos coming out sounding the alarm like, man, makes no sense. This whole structure of this launch screams rug pull. And you should have known it. You should have known it. You should have done your due diligence. But you're not crypto. You're not in cryptocurrency. You're not a crypto person. And I understand that. Okay. And it's all about clickbait. It's all about YouTube. It's all about, again, getting likes, getting followers, and, moving on. And, this is why people think MLM marketers are parasites. This is why people think that. Not all of them are. There's plenty of legitimate. I know people in my town that are MLM nutrition side. They're great people. They buy their product or don't buy their product on a monthly basis, on an auto ship, or don't. They're just good people. Like, they believe in the product. They're selling the product. They're not moving on to different projects or different whatever. They've stayed with the same one. I've known them for 3-4 years. They've stayed in the same things. This is what they do. They love the product. They use the product. And they've become marketers of the product. It's multi-level marketing. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. When you're honest about it and you know your product and you're sincere about it. But these people did not even ask any questions. What they saw was a way to manipulate cryptocurrency. Right now, the Inu name, Shiba Inu, which is off 85%, mates. Shiba Inu is off 85% from the pool. Think about that. Think about if you got in at the top of that, under a cent, but whatever, okay? You got pulled, 85%, down 85%. EIFI, EYFY, all that stuff, EtherConnect, okay? Same thing. Okay? And they don't care because they're going to move on to the next coin. They're going to move on to the next project and show the next thing and show the next thing. And so they look at it from the standpoint that they're making their money off of the referral commission a lot of times in a lot of these projects. Okay. So they're going to get a portion of whatever you put in, and that's what happens. It's refer, that's how it happens. When someone asks you to sign up under their link, this is what happens. For example, if you sign up in crypto, we have this issue, and it's the reality. If you sign up under certain exchange links, okay, Margex and things like that, okay, a person's going to generate commissions off of everything that you do on that exchange. You're not going to know it. It's all on the back end. So, you're not going to know it. They're not going to tell you it, right? And this is why you have so many people on YouTube that do not trade, okay, but promote Bybit. Bybit pays the most in commissions typically than any other crypto exchange, okay? So if you make a video about trading crypto, maybe a project, maybe a video on Ethereum, a hard fork of Bitcoin, or, the London fork for Ethereum, whatever it may be. Okay, you make that video, and you may put some links in your description of where you can trade that particular crypto. And it's an affiliate link to Bybit. Those people may never trade on Bybit. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you go to Bybit and you click on that link, you go to Bybit, you sign up, they're going to generate 40 to 60% commissions off of your trading behavior. You're never going to know it, okay? Because it's between Bybit and the affiliate marketer, okay? And that's how Bybit has grown so fast. Most people are like, oh, Bybit's got to be a great exchange. Bybit's got to be an awesome exchange. A lot of us don't like Bybit, okay? It's too busy. It's not that I don't like Bybit. I don't like the bots on Bybit. That's for sure. I don't recommend that people in our group trade on Bybit, leverage trading, because the bots just hunt you to liquidate you out. I mean, it's just the way it is. I get into that more, with our group in terms of how bots work, what bots. I'm not talking about, necessarily your specific bot you may have, for your trading, but take it on steroids. Take it to the extreme where an exchange has interest in bots. Okay. That seems like a big conflict of interest. And so there are a lot of people who think like that. And, wait, you're an exchange that's running bots through somebody else on your own exchange to liquidate people. And so you got to hunt that out and find out, okay, go to the exchanges that have a lot, a very, very low rate of bot action. That's my recommendation, especially if you're new. Doesn't mean that there aren't hundreds of thousands of people trading and making money on those exchanges. There are, but you have to find your own comfort level. But on YouTube, a lot of these YouTubers with hundreds of thousands of followers, whether they're talking about trading or not, they will have a link in their description or whatever, or on their website, sign up page, whatever it is, wherever their links are to Bybit, and they're going to generate a commission off of it. I mean, that's how that works. Now, in MLM marketing, they have something called a downline, an upline. They've got legs and all that stuff. So it's kind of a tiered how much money they make from, for example, if I was to sign up under Josh Elder, in one of his projects, and then you were to sign up under me, and then your buddy was to sign up under you, all that, it all depends on how they have their pyramid. And if you think about it, they all have the pyramid, right? Because they're all, not all, but 95% of them are Ponzi schemes. Okay. And so you generate your money by how many people you bring in. And then when those people pay into it, that money is used to pay the commissions to everybody else. There's no real product or service. Okay. What's the product of Panda Inu? They would like you to believe that the product is the token. Is a token a product, or is a token an asset? There's your XRP argument, right? Is it an asset? Is it a crypto coin? Is it a token? Okay. Like, these are the questions that are gray. Okay. And if you don't do your due diligence and you're as a promoter, and that's what Josh Elder is, that's what Vitali is, that's what the difference only being that Josh lives in the United States, is my understanding, and he's going to fall under the United States federal law. And, you know, and I've read enough stories now, and I've seen enough happen here in the last 5 or 7 days. It's another Trevon James case. And those of you who don't know, Google Trevon James, go on YouTube and type in Trevon James. You will find out that's Bitconnect, and that's who EtherConnect is, more or less. May not be the exact same people, but they're using the same Bitconnect scheme, because Bitconnect did, in fact, scam hundreds of thousands of people out of money that they still kept. That's never been recouped, okay? So it's just a matter of time before the thing collapses, right? And this is what the scammers understand, is it's only a matter of time. It's like, you know, it's like the sand in the hourglass, right? Like, it's just a matter of time before they get caught. So they're going to get, that's why you're going to get the pull, the exploit of the liquidity pool. And so in the first couple videos, you'll find, going months back, there was no discussion, okay? There was no discussion in terms of Panda Inu by these promoters on things like tokenomics, okay? Or the liquidity pool. There was no real examination of how is this particular launch, the private sale, set up, and then the public sale. Because you got to remember, for Panda Inu, it's 475 billion tokens, but only 10 billion are going to be launched to the public, okay, on PancakeSwap. Now, people are like talking, well, I'm trading it now. Well, no, you're not, okay? There may be test. They may be testing it. There may be testing tokens on PancakeSwap, for sure. But the reality is, those people now that are making money off of the commissions and all that stuff that's being generated for the sales. As more people come in, they're buying something. What are they buying? They're buying a token. The value of that token has been predetermined by EtherConnect. You're going through EtherConnect or a link like Josh Elder has on his videos of signing up. You're not buying it directly on Bybit, on Coinbase, on KuCoin, on Bityard, on you name it. An exchange. You're not buying it on an exchange. You're buying it through them. And you're giving them how you're paying for it. I covered this before in the previous video. You're paying for it without any protection, because you're not paying it with PayPal, which has fraud protection. You're not paying it with MasterCard, Visa, Discover, American Express, which has fraud protection. You're paying it with crypto. You're buying it with crypto. They want you to exchange their crypto. And that's really, in essence, the scam. Okay? Because think about it. Their token is 475 billion max supply. Bitcoin's 21 million, right? Okay. Bitcoin Cash, 21 million, for example. BNB, 120 million, I think it is. I can't remember, whatever. I don't know what Tron is. You know what I mean? But so their token supply far outweighs any of the token supplies of the swapping mechanisms that you can use to accumulate their token. So what's more valuable? If there's a limited supply of something, it's more valuable than something where there's a lot more supply of, right? That's a simple understanding. Okay? So you're given something that has a supply max of 475 billion, and you're giving them something that has a supply max of 120 million. And what you're giving them is valued today at $430. Binance, I'm just assuming it's somewhere around there today. But actually, I could tell you, Binance Coin is currently trading at, today, Tron is trading at 8 cents. Okay. Binance is trading, if you're using the BNB coin, Binance is trading at $470. So you're giving them say you're giving them one BNB coin. You're going to swap one BNB coin for all that Panda Inu that you're going to get. So you're going to give them $470, one coin of BNB. with 120 million market cap or 120 million max supply, which is why it's valued at $470, mates. Okay. If BNB had 400 billion tokens, BNB would not be $470. Maybe it's $4. I don't know. Maybe it's 40 cents. Who knows, right? But it wouldn't be $470, and it wouldn't be the number 4 market cap crypto. Okay, so follow what I'm saying. You're giving them. What do they do? That BNB is theirs now. All that Ethereum that people are giving them are theirs. Okay, and they're just giving you shite coins and distributing the. Oh well, no, but I got $470. I got a $470, $470 of BNB coin worth of Panda Inu. So what? So what? Like, I mean, like, okay, but what is PWT worth? What is it really going to be worth? What is it going to do? What is it? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you left. Think about it. It's like you left a solid investment in a solid project, or a mechanism in which has a purpose and a use case. Ethereum. Why would anyone, in my opinion, sell Ethereum, swap Ethereum for a shitcoin? Ethereum's up to $3,426 today, mates. Why would you give the price movement up on that? Oh, because I'm going to make more money with Panda Inu. Okay. We'll see. I mean, and that's how you have to look at it. But it's interesting to hear the video, his EtherConnect update.
So Josh, why don't you just jump on and voice these thoughts to me?
So now he's jumping on and voicing thoughts in his video last night. What could possibly happen with this project? Well, that should have been something that should have been addressed a month ago. Once you started making videos about Panda Inu, okay, versus private launch versus public sale versus vesting for 10 months, for 5 months, what all that happens and what really that's all about, okay, should have been addressed at the jump. And then for me, I don't know if he was talking about me. I don't know if he knows me. And frankly, I don't care. But to call everybody else haters, like we're all haters because we are pointing out things that you should have done before you put yourself out there and put your name with EtherConnect on the World Wide Web, on YouTube. You started marketing EtherConnect. You started making EtherConnect legitimate. How did you make EtherConnect appear to be legitimate? Because you put your name on it, Josh Elder. You marketed it. You did not do your due diligence. You did not investigate, okay, about what was going to happen and investigate, okay, and investigate the fact that, okay, who controls the liquidity pool? Okay? Address things like the potentiality of a rug pull. Okay? And so let me just read this really quick, just so you can kind of understand what is it. Because I got a whole bunch of messages about don't really understand rug pulls, don't really. And all you basically need to know is people that you do not know who have access to everything going on, usually the promoters, usually the people, the founders, the creators behind a particular token launch. They have access to the liquidity pool. You do not. Okay? Back end. Okay? And so, rug pulls are a blatant exit scam in most cases, designed as a promising project. Okay? Panda Inu it's been promoted as a promising DeFi project, even though it has nothing to do with decentralized finance at all. But that's how it's being marketed. That attracts users. When liquidity flows into the project and the price grows, follow that? When the liquidity flows into the project, who's providing the liquidity? You are. Because you're buying the tokens and you're giving them Ethereum. You're giving them BNB. You're giving them Tron. You're providing the liquidity. It's flowing into the pool. Now, they may have fronted that pool, okay, initially, okay? Developers then pull all the liquidity they can. What does that mean? It means they pull it all out, mates. They take it out. It's like a withdrawal. They take it all out. And if you are being paid commissions out of a liquidity pool, an ROI 10% a month, if you gave them whatever it is in any project you're in, $50, $500, whatever it is, there's nothing in that liquidity pool left to pay you your 10% to 17.5%. Okay? Crushing the capital of those left holding the bags. Meaning you have a bag of $470 worth of Panda Inu. That's your bag. That's your stack. You're left holding that. Okay? Now, how does this happen? How can it happen? Well, if you Google or you go on YouTube, you can find out this just happened this year to someone like Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks, invested in a rug pull. It can happen to anybody if you don't do your due diligence. But if you simply go on the word of someone who has a vested interest in it, who may have a name, okay? If you're in an MLM community or you've been following a certain guy and, you know, whatever, he's putting his name to it. So there's a trust factor, right? And so, and to me, that comes with a lot of responsibility for those people. Some of them embrace that responsibility, others do not. And that's how you know who you're dealing with. And that's why inevitably you'll see, like we've seen this before in crypto with another individual. It's in the levered trading space, constantly rebranding himself, constantly changing his YouTube channels, constantly having a dozen YouTube channels, constantly because the numbers are falling, constantly changing the pricing scheme, pricing for consults and discords, and because, you know, a lot of, well, it has to do with the price of Bitcoin going up or down. No, it doesn't. It has to do with the fact that less and less and less people are buying your bullshit. Okay? Because people have been burned by you and they're spreading the word. And so there's more and more stuff. Simply go, a very simple thing. Most people all have phones. Very simple thing to do is to do a Google search on any particular project. And you will see with Panda Inu, EtherConnect, it's 95% scam. Right? 95%. So in the case of Bitconnect, which is EtherConnect, you know, there was a link posted on the video, one of the videos from one of the individuals, where a viewer basically did their own search, did their own whatever, and found I guess a page on the federal government complaint area where the FBI was soliciting the support of all those individuals that may have been scammed by Bitconnect. And that's how they build their case. Okay? That's how they build their case. And so it's interesting to understand that dynamic. So why do you need a VPN, for example? That's come up. It was never really answered. So the answer really is because they're not allowed to operate. They're not supposed to be operating. They have no authority or registration to operate in the United States. EtherConnect does not. They're operating on the internet. Okay. They're based in the UK. So you need a VPN because, right? That's what they want, to circumvent everything. And so for a promoter to encourage people to sign up on it with a VPN, the FBI is not going to look kindly on that when you're scamming people. It's one thing for someone to just be like, I like to have a VPN because I don't want You know, people know where my Wi-Fi address is, my hotspot is, where I live, whatever. That you know, VPNs are legal, okay, and in a lot of places they're not. In some places, but if you're telling people to use a VPN to circumvent the laws of the land in which you live in, you're eliciting someone to commit a crime, okay, and you're providing that person, you know, the ability to get scammed. Okay, so that's where the FBI steps in, or like they just add it to the list of, well, you did this, you did that. And so a lot of the stuff that's happening now are people now going backtracking. Of course, they're not going to give people's money back. You know, people are already in. They're already getting hosed. You know, meanwhile, people like us, if you look on my channel for Crypto Leverage Trading Group, we're talking about legitimate products. We're watching Solano today hit 126. Solano was 30 some dollars less than a month and a half ago. Okay. Legitimate projects. Okay. Why would you not want to be part of Solana? Why would you not want to be part of Ethereum? Why would you not want to be part of, you know, right? And so people are like, oh, well, because Panda Inu is going to be 0.000005 and it's going to go to $5 and I'm going to be a millionaire. No, you're not. It's going to get pulled long before that. And that's the reality. And I'm sorry, you know, that happens to people. But you have to consider the full risks of what you're doing. And for them to come back and do videos about how, well, you know, it's really risk. It's really risk. Everything is risk. It's really risk management. You didn't say anything about risk management when you got the first 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 people signed up under you. You didn't say anything about risk management. That's what makes you a fraud. That's what makes you Trevon James. That's what, and just Google it and pull the plug. Okay? Because that would be my recommendation, would be like, look, you're doing exactly what Trevon James did. Okay? You're doing exactly what he did, and he ended up getting the FBI, the Department of Treasury, and all of that stuff who promoted Bitconnect. Okay? The SEC charges against them who promoted Bitconnect. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, that's the SEC. I don't mean the Southeastern Conference, okay? I mean the SEC, okay? Not exactly who you want to come after you, and they charge them with $2 billion, okay? After defrauding people, $2 billion from retail investors. That was the total that they defrauded, $2 billion. I mean, think about that. Okay. And that thing had been going on since January 17, January 18. Okay. In terms of all the defendants. And all of the defendants listed aren't all the creators, also the promoters. And so I saw again the other day of how people now are realizing people now are afraid that they entered into a scam. You know? And so now they're forming groups on Telegram and groups, you know, because they know it's coming. And I feel bad for them. And we all should feel bad for them. Because we have to do a better job of educating people to ask the right questions so these people can't keep scamming people. And it's almost always poor to lower middle class people that get scammed. It's usually not people that are highly educated in finance or in crypto or have experience in cryptocurrency or understand launches or understand these things. It's almost always newer people is who they're going after and targeting, you know? And that's a shame because they are missing out on opportunities. You know, like I look in our group, it looked like I was trying to do on the exchanges and stuff up to over almost 180, I think $178 to $180,000 in profits in August alone on the exchanges from people that enter the exchanges through the group. You know what I mean? Like, you can kind of see how that plays out. Like, like legitimate trading, legitimate interests, is all you need to do, and then to use the methods to like grow your compound your crypto until eventually, when 5 years from now, 7 years from now, Bitcoin and Ethereum are, because of supply, and we talk about this all the time, why is tokenomics and why is supply such a big deal? Okay, because we all know that when something is in limited supply, the price often raises, right? Okay. Or if something gets hot, in demand, the price goes up. It's very simple. We all learned that in school. Okay. And that's how that works. Is so you want to be accumulating your crypto at these levels in 2021, if you haven't already. Those of us that have been around since 2015 have already been through a bearish period in crypto, back into now the bull cycle. We'll go into another bear cycle here probably in the next 10 to 14 months, maybe. If the cycle rinse and repeats, we had our halving last year in 2020. We're still right in the middle. Our next halving is 2024. We're going to experience some kind of bearish move in the market. Okay. Normal patterns repeat. We know that. So you want to be accumulating these things. You don't want to be giving your Ethereum or giving your BNB coin or giving your Tron coin, okay, to a scammer, to a project that's not legitimate, that no one in crypto, what I mean by crypto, the crypto financial community that reports on cryptocurrency, is talking about. If any of what Josh Elder and Vitaly Dubin and all these promoters that are affiliate marketers, that are multi-level marketing individuals, if any of what they have said is true about Panda Inu, okay, it would be all over major crypto news feeds, because the claims that they're making would make Panda Inu rival Ethereum, right? We got to remember the primary network and the primary mechanism for decentralized finance is Ether. It's Ethereum. So when you make those kind of claims, people that are in the know, who have backgrounds in fintech, backgrounds in crypto and blockchain technology, they immediately know that it's shite. Okay? And that's the reality. And so I can't encourage you more to understand and recognize this is not the first. It's not even the first one for EtherConnect. Okay? It's the fourth shitcoin. Okay? But this project will end up getting fined, and the SEC, the FBI, the people will go into hiding. Everyone's going to lose money. Most people are going to lose money. Liquidity pool is going to go away. It'll become a dark site, all those things. But then someone else, they'll reinvent themselves, just like EtherConnect has done, from the ashes, and start over again with another token launch and another shill. And most people sit back and are like, well, I know I lost money on the last one, but this is the one who's going to make me $1 million. Meanwhile, legitimate projects like a Solana are growing from $30 to $126. Right? In the span of 3 weeks of this shilling for Panda Inu, we've got Ethereum from 2,700 to 3,400. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. And so it's what you want to protect yourself from. All right. And if you're already in Panda Inu, there's really not much you can do except sit and wait. I would, other than not give any more money and be done with it. If you're in a project like that you can withdraw and get out, that's you need to figure out what's in your best interest to do. But there is I understand there is a group. I'll see if I can get that link and maybe throw that in the bottom of the description for people. to where they can come together with like-minded people who have been scammed, unfortunately, or expect to be scammed now, you know, and they can file the complaints in the particular states. I know there's already, the last email I got from an individual was they had almost 500 names now of people that have signed that in anticipation of a complaint being filed in Utah with the Attorney General in Utah, because one of the affiliate marketers, his multi-level marketing company, is registered in Utah. And they can file a complaint with the Attorney General of that state to investigate that company and that promoter to determine whether or not he did anything nefarious. And they'll go through all of his YouTube content, all of the emails, Facebook posts, all of that stuff. Okay. The cyber division will do that. And that's how they got Trevon James. That's how they got all these people with Bitconnect. You know, and because when you put your name to something and you start promoting something, when it's financial, you know, you open yourself up to the SEC, the Department of Treasury, the FBI. You see the stories all the time on the news. Okay. And these things happen all the time. And most people don't pay any attention to them because they're happening off of the mainstream. There'll be an article or whatever, but you're not going to see the article because you're not on those sites or on that, following that, you know. So a lot of people are oblivious to rug pulls and what they really are and how common they can be, you know, in crypto. That's what makes crypto so different than stocks. Remember, stocks are getting registered, right? They go through an intense auditing process, okay, before they can get listed on the NASDAQ. I mean, think about Coinbase. How long it took and how many hoops they had to jump through to get listed, okay? Like I said before in the other video, you and I can make an ERC token for Ethereum in about an hour. We can create our own token in about an hour. It's not hard to do. And then pay the money for an exchange to launch it for us. Like that's it. It's not difficult to do. You know, and they know that. And, you know, they put all their money on the side of not the developing side of a particular solution or code. They put their money into the marketing pitch because they're going to get their return off of the marketing. And so that's really what they're about. And so that's that update. So how you can do that is simply just Google Bitconnect. Bitconnect Limited. EtherConnect. What are people saying? And who's saying it? So when you only have people who generate their income from monetization or generate their income from referrals or network marketing, when you only have those people pitching the token, that's usually a big red flag. It usually is. And we've seen this before with so many Ponzi schemes that have been a Binance Smart Chain related. You know, originally it was think about, there was, you know, if you think about how, like, a lot of times there is some validity in a sense of like rationale, like why you have a crypto you know, platform like Forsage, and then it goes to like Forsage with Tron, Forsage Gold, Forsage. And a lot of that did, you know, I mean, legitimately, you can make the argument that, well, because Ethereum's gas fees got so high that it limited a lot of people from being able to enter at the actual beginning value for Ethereum. I think it was like 0.2 or something like that, 0.02, whatever it was, for those platforms, for people to get in on the first level, right? And gas fees got so high within the last year that they wanted to use a more inexpensive coin, right? And so that's how they did that, and which would make sense if it was legitimate in the first place. That would be perfect. But in the end of the day, they weren't. They were Ponzi schemes. They weren't legitimate. And the whole point why they did it was because they wanted to get more people into it. And they saw that as Forsage, for example, grew to like very quickly to like 600,000 people in the platform. And then it was a slow haul to get to 1 million. And then it plateaued out because they weren't getting any more new people in. And people that were already in reached a point where they weren't getting any more spillover, so they weren't buying more slots. And that's how it collapses in the end. Token launches are a little bit different because they have a liquidity pool they can pull. They've got a pool that they can just yank out all, and then there's nothing there for you. There's nothing there, and the token becomes worthless. So, that's a quick update on this morning. It's EtherConnect issue. We're going to keep everybody informed here. Keep doing what we're doing with everything with altcoins and leverage trading. But it's just an area that people need to stay informed about, okay? And, and understand a rug pull, understand a scam. We all know it. Things sound too good to be true. They normally are. That's a good thing, to realize, when people are claiming that you're going to be a millionaire, all $500 in Panda Inu and you're going to be a millionaire. There's certainly a lot of things in cryptocurrency you can point to where millionaires have been made in cryptocurrency. But the legitimate people that are making $1 million in cryptocurrency are making it off legitimate projects that they were involved with. Maybe they developed it. Maybe they were on the team or at an early token, but they had the support of the entire crypto community in terms of things like Cardano, right? Things like, that have been building for years. Not simply a token launch, okay? This new like craze, like from Reddit, right? Of like, manipulation, okay? Most people lose money, and that's a reality. And so, yeah, it is about risk management, Josh. And, I'm glad that you're out there making a video now, alerting people to the fact that they've invested in something that is highly speculative, highly risk oriented. What they've also invested in something is inevitably you invest in the individuals, okay, that are behind the project. There's the trust, right? That you want to look at and think about is who are these people? And most people don't know who the people are behind EtherConnect. And that's a problem because there's no trust there. The trust that people are putting in are people like Josh Alder because they're out in front. Their face, they've become the face of EtherConnect. Even though they may not be part of EtherConnect, they're just putting the links out and the shilling out to make profits from it. Okay. And so that's something that, you want to like consider going forward and understanding. We'll watch how this plays out here. Meanwhile, we've got the market up today. I am pretty ecstatic about that. We've got Ethereum above. Let me reload this up really quick. Let me take 1 second. I'm going to reload this real quick. $34.18, Cardano 282, Binance 472, Doge 27.28, XRP local. Solana's down to 124 now, but hey, we're up. I mean, and that's really, really good. Let's look at what Bitcoin is at. Ethereum's up almost 8% in 24 hours. Okay, so that's huge. And so that's where we're at here about 9:30 in the morning. Just want to do this quick live update for everybody on the EtherConnect drama. Keep following it. I would say go and watch the videos for some of these guys, but you're just helping them monetize their channel by doing that. And it's actual complete shite. But if you're interested, you can go to the channels, you can watch, what they're saying today. Because now people are in the know and people are organizing and people are now being prepared to take action once this happens. Now, maybe they won't pull it now. Maybe they won't. Maybe I don't know. Based on if the cat's out the bag, you know what I mean? Usually pulls are pretty like you get blindsided. No one's going to get blindsided if this pull happens this time. I just, we'll kind of see how this plays out here in the next coming weeks. All up ahead, really quickly, you get the holiday weekend coming up. We also have some developments coming in this September. Okay, lots of developments for Cardano coming in September. More developments for Solano coming in September. Okay, a lot of that stuff is already being priced into some of these coins right now with the big moves we've seen. Some things I don't think really have been priced in to quite a few of them. And so once we get back from the holiday next week, we've got a lot of things that are happening on the blockchain, a lot of hard forks, a lot of upgrades, a lot of partnerships are going to be announced. A lot of things are going to be happening here in September and October. You also got the summits coming up for DeFi. You've also got the blockchain conferences coming up in the fall. We've basically been on a pause for a lot of this information because of COVID and the pandemic. Okay, and a lot of the conferences were postponed from last year, rescheduled in the spring, then postponed again. So you've got a lot. Some of them went virtual, but hopefully we're going to get back into the actual attendee conferences that are going to take place in the country. I intend to attend as many of those as I can. It's important to network with people in the developer community as well with these projects so we kind of know what's coming down the pipeline. It helps us become better traders as well. And it helps us to be able to be, informed, okay? Because that's what you want to be here in crypto. You want to be informed about what the direction, not only the market's going, but cryptocurrency as a whole. It isn't a bubble, okay? This isn't a situation like the .com craze, okay? This is a developing community of completely year over year expanding the reach of blockchain technology into our lives. No different than the internet, no different than cellular technology and how it is inundated in all of our lives so much. This is something that's going to happen with blockchain technology as well. And so you want to stay informed. Things like AI, right? We all know about AI, but it's blowing up. Cannabis, okay, in terms of the stock market. Okay, cannabis could move towards the blockchain development in terms of more states in the United States legalizing marijuana, legalizing cannabis stocks, cannabis, tied back, wrapped coins, right? These are things that are going to happen. People are going to advance the blockchain development stuff to address filling needs and solutions that are required to meet the demands of all of these different things. So, all right, mates, hope everybody has a great day. Again, top or on the bottom right-hand corner of our YouTube channel header is an invite to the main Discord. We also have our premium Discord that's launching here and our leverage trading course launching in September, especially geared for beginners to leverage, but also we can take it up to intermediate and advanced. Again, I'm always available. You can hit me up. My email address will be in the description. You can always hit me up there. I will get back to you. I will respond. If you would like to get on a call together to discuss anything, I am more than willing to do that. We can do that via Gmail. That's not a problem. Or on Facebook Messenger. Not a problem with that at all. Anything that's related to crypto. If you have any questions about anything, got a particular coin you want me to take a look at, throw it through the Oracle, and in terms of predictions, modeling, machine learning, in terms of where altcoin could be in the next year or whatever. I'm more than happy to help you out with that. All right. So I will see you next time. Please like and subscribe to our channel as we continue to grow here. If there's anything that you would like covered, a particular altcoin maybe, or a method, any kind of analysis on-chain metrics, technical analytics, how we use our charts, what are we looking for with the RSI QRT, how are we looking for the double indicator, RSI and MACD crosses, how are we implementing that into our trading? Hit me up. I'm all about helping you become a better trader, and this is all for everyone in our community to embrace and come in and kind of learn from one another how to profit in crypto. And that's what it's all about. How to profit using legitimate crypto strategies, trading legitimate projects on the blockchain, on reputable exchanges. And that's where we're at. So I hope everybody has a great day. I will see you next time. Please like and subscribe to the channel.